The Women's Suffrage Centennial Commission presents The Magic Sash, a time-traveling historical adventure. Episode 6, The Procession.
Isaiah, look out for the float!
You saved me!
And don't you forget it.
What is this? Some sort of old-timey parade?
Floats with women chanting, cops on horseback. Look, there's the White House in the distance. Yeah. I think this is more than a parade, Isaiah. I think this is the Women's Suffrage Procession of 1913.
1913?
We're still 7 years away from Florence being able to cast her first vote for president.
But where is she?
Hey, look! That whole group of women are holding up signs that say Seneca Falls suffragists.
Home sweet home, baby. Wouldn't it be amazing if...
Jumping Jehoshaphat, if it isn't the eternal Lottie Whitaker-Eldridge and Isaiah Morgan.
Granny Flo!
Smile for the camera, folks.
Who? Us?
Let me see those pearly whites. Say cheese.
Cheese!
I thought you two had retired from time travel, or have I officially now lost my mind?
No, you're still sharp as a tack. I think I didn't mend the sash as perfectly as I should have. It seems to be malfunctioning.
Look at you, Flo. You're wearing our sash. Only it looks a lot newer.
Oh, well, I suppose I am. They're all the rage these days, you know. So, what brings you to me now?
That's a good question.
I'm afraid President Wilson's inauguration is to be held tomorrow, and there is still no constitutional amendment granting women the right to vote. So, my forever young friends, I still haven't cast a vote for president.
I'm sorry.
Well, that is why, cane and all, I'm here marching with my compatriots in the hopes that long after I'm gone, women of the future will benefit from my efforts.
Don't talk like that. You're closer to a vote than you think.
Lottie, we can't.
Oh, my dear, I'm an old woman now. I've long abandoned that pipe dream for myself. Now, I march for you. Oh, look. See there? There are my friends, Alice Paul and Lucy Burns. Those two firecrackers spearheaded this whole event. I'm afraid most of my African-American friends are marching in the back. Sadly, even our protests must be segregated. It's a disgrace, if you ask me.
Isaiah and I aren't separating.
No, of course not, child. You two must stay together. You're both small. I hardly think folks will pay much attention to the pair of you. Rumor has it as many as 10,000 people have shown up today.
Are you okay?
Fine.
But, Florence, the president is being inaugurated tomorrow. Why are you protesting today? The vote's already happened.
True, Isaiah, but we march in a spirit of protest against the present political organization of society, from which women are excluded. That is the whole mission of the day.
Can we march with you?
Why, of course. United we march!
Votes for women! Votes for women!
Women!
Votes for women! What's going on up there?
Looks like those men are assailing those marchers.
Officer, these men are harassing us.
And that's their right. No one asked you to come storm the streets. You belong back in your kitchen.
Hey, that's not right.
Isaiah, look out!
Jumpy Jehoshaphat will trample us.
Here, come this way.
Look out!
Hey!
Slow! Florence!
Over here!
Isaiah,
Hey again, it's Allie. Lottie and Isaiah have found themselves in the middle of the Women's Suffrage Procession on March 3rd, 1913. It was the first suffrage parade ever in Washington, D.C. Thousands of women came together to call for a constitutional amendment guaranteeing women the right to vote. The event was so huge that it forced the press to pay attention to the cause. The marchers were forced to separate by race. Several parade organizers cruelly asked African Americans to march in the back of the procession. However, some Black women, like Ida B. Wells, refused. Wells took a stand by stepping in line and marching with her fellow Illinois suffragists. The parade was organized by Alice Paul and the National American Woman Suffrage Association. Lawyer and activist Inez Milholland led the parade while riding on a white horse. Fun fact, Inez was the inspiration for Wonder Woman. How cool is that? She was followed by thousands of suffragists, 20 parade floats, 9 bands, and 4 mounted brigades. The parade took place just one day before the inauguration of President Woodrow Wilson. That meant there were many thousands of extra people in town for the inauguration. A lot of these spectators were opposed to the cause of women's suffrage. Some marchers were even attacked, while police did little to help. Over 100 women had to be hospitalized for their injuries. But the suffragists marched on, and their bravery inspired many to keep fighting for women's right to vote.
Okay, I think we're safe from the mob.
Phew, I thought that was going to turn into a riot. Quick, this way. I saw the Seneca Falls sign up ahead.
Lottie, look! Over there, on the ground. It's Flo!
Flo! Oh, Granny Flo! Are you okay?
Yes. Don't make a fuss. Oh, I twisted my ankle is all. That mob of angry men overtook us and I tumbled. Oh.
We've got to get you out of here.
Look around you, Lottie. Wherever you take me. There's nowhere to go.
Come on, Lottie. Help me get her up.
There. I see an empty patch of grass over there. We can at least get out of these crowds and rest for a moment.
Much as I hate to admit it, that a rest would be nice.
There. Better?
Right as rain. Thank you, my friends.
Are you really all right, Mrs. Whitaker?
Don't you go calling me Mrs. Whitaker now that I'm old. It's bad enough I have a cane.
My bad. Are you all right, Flo?
Yes, tip-top. I'm fine.
She doesn't seem fine.
No, she doesn't.
You all leave me here. Soak up the day. Enjoy the parade. I'll find my way once the crowds have cleared. I don't suppose it's in the cards for me to complete the whole route.
Are you sure?
Truth be told, I don't know how much of anything is left in the cards for me.
Don't talk like that.
Ah, the outrage of youth. It's all right, Lottie. I'm not afraid. My only regret is that I haven't lived long enough to make it to the ballot box. But you, Lottie, you'll make it there. Won't you, my girl?
First of all, stop talking like that. Second of all, of course I make it to the ballot box. I mean, well, technically not yet because I'm a child. But I will. I will.
Lottie.
I don't care. She deserves to know. Women get the right to vote in the Constitution in 1920. It's just 7 years away.
Oh, how glorious. The future is coming. Thank you for telling me. I think I'll choose to believe you.
Psst. Lottie,
What?
I have an idea.
Okay.
What if we take her with us?
What?
Remember how I ripped your sash? And it sent us forward 8 years?
Yeah?
So what if I rip it again, but a little less than last time? And if we hold Flo's hand while we do it, maybe she'll come with us.
Isaiah, you're brilliant!
Well, let's see if Granny Flo agrees. Florence, we have an idea. How would you feel about skipping the rest of the parade?
What are you two up to?
Granny Flo, we're taking you with us.
Taking me where?
To the voting booth in 1920.
We're jumping 7 years into the future.
Well, that does sound like an adventure. How do we do this?
You just need to hold my hand.
With pleasure, my dear.
All right, Isaiah, rip away.
1, 2, 3!
Can you tell if we're moving backwards or forward in time?
No idea! We're floating through again!
Look down there! All those suffragists picketing outside the White House gate!
We hereby ratify that the rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex.
The ratification of the 19th Amendment!
Then we're headed in the right direction!
Warren G. Harding for president! Warren G. Harding for president! Rochester Democrats, James M.
Step right up and cast your vote. Come on, voting booths are open.
We're here! Outside a voting place. We made it!
Hear that, Granny Flo? Oh no.
Florence?
Isaiah! Granny Flo! She's not here! She didn't make it through!
I'm Allie Raisman. This is the Magic Sash from the Women Suffrage Centennial Commission, the National Park Service, TRAX from TRAX, and Gen Z Media. If you enjoyed this episode, tell a friend to listen. We'd love for them to join us. Learn more about the Magic Sash and discover more suffrage history and explore companion lesson plans by visiting the links in our show notes.
Support for TRAX comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
This is TRAX from PRX.